Good evening to all of you once again. I will be discussing two small current related issues. The one is related to the women reservation bill. By the way, I will not be discussing what the women reservation bill is all about, as we have already taken some lectures for it. But will be certainly discussing this amendment, constitutional amendment 128th constitutional amendment bill and 106 constitutional amendment act, am I right or not, has been passed by the both houses of the parliament with a thumping majority. Since it is a constitutional amendment, so my concern will be what has actually been affected by bringing this women's reservation bill or Nari Shakti Abhinandan bill. If you assume the constitution as a body, then this bill has affected which organs of the body? So my objective will be to discuss only those points, and the first one is where the change has been brought, that is article 239 AA. The second change is 330 of article of the Indian Constitution. The third change 332, and the fourth one is 334. I mean, these are the articles. But because of this women reservation bill and article 330A, this is the new article which has been added through this constitutional amendment act 106, 332A and 334A. These are the articles which have been added. 239AA, within this the article has not been added, but a new clause within this article has been added, and this clause, as the article 239AA talks about the special position of this Delhi NCT, National Capital Territory. So within this article a clause has been added, and through that clause it has been categorically told that the laws made by the parliament will be applied to the NCT, to the National Capital Territory. So this women reservation bill, as it has been passed, and what is the objective? To provide 33% reservation. So since the clause has been added, therefore Kejriwal, he should also come forward and welcome 33% women in his legislative assembly. By the way, this article has already been discussed by you in your polity classes, so I am not discussing a lot over it. The simple thing is this, that the clause has been added, and through that clause it is clear that whatever the parliament will do, those things will automatically be related, or the same thing will have to be done by the NCT or by the Delhi Legislative Assembly. This is article 330, and this article 330 talks about the SC/ST reservation in the Lok Sabha, and it talks that 84 seats will be reserved for the SC community and 47 seats will be reserved for the ST community in the Lok Sabha. And this 330A article has been added, and what this article, how this article will affect these seats? Any idea? How this?
33% दोनों में 84 का
Yes.
47
Yes, you are right. This article 330A is saying that these 84 and 47, which respectively belongs to SC ST, nothing will be changed. The only change will be done that 33% seats will go to the women in SC and 33% seats will go to the women out of this 47 in ST. These women will be from the SC and ST communities respectively. Clear? And these seats will be decided on the rotational basis. By the way, some of the things need to be cleared, not by me but by the Parliament of India, as this has not come into existence. So the drafts and all these things will be prepared, as some of the problems are also there, that whether we require the consent of the states, more than 50% states or not. So there is a 50-50 situation is there. So it is not completely up to me to discuss every thing, as the government has itself not cleared so many things. Anyway, so this will be the first. Second thing, the 239. Now this talks about what? This talks about the reservation of the SC and ST community in the legislative assemblies, not in the Lok Sabha, in the various legislative assemblies. And this article 332A again is saying what? Those seats, those are for the SC and ST communities. In those seats, 33% will be women from SC and ST. The same thing is there. And this is 334. But you tell me one more thing. What is this 331? This is what is so special in 331? What is given in 331?
Nominated person.
Nominated person.
Lok Sabha 331 or 333.
No, 331 is related with the Anglo-Indians.
तो वही तो कह रहे nominated.
Yes.
एक person.
One or two people.
हट गए ना.
Yes. Why has it been removed? In the year 2019, then the Law Minister of India, Ravi Shankarji, he stated in the House of the People that the number of the Anglo-Indians as per the population or as per the census of 2011 is only 296. And this 296 doesn't deserve to get the 2 seats in the Lok Sabha at least. Where every seat at least requires the minimum 10 lakh population. By the way, if you divide the whole population by the number of seats, then it will be beyond our imagination. So I think this logic was digestible. That's why this provision has been removed from the Constitution of India. By the way, this women's reservation bill does not discuss anything about this 331. I have discussed because it was coming in between. The last one is 334, and again the new article has been added, that is 334A. So everywhere A is there. And this talks about what? This talks about the duration, as this 34 talks about the duration of the SC/ST reservation. By the way, it is being extended over and over again. I mean, this essay, otherwise when it was brought at that time, it was not for limitless time. It was not for forever. But this so the same thing is discussed within this 334. It also talks about the duration of this women reservation bill. And what is that duration? That duration is 15 years. 15 years. By the way, it depends upon the will and wish of the parliamentarians whether they want to extend this reservation beyond 15 years or not. And one more thing is given within this article, that is related to the delimitation commission. As you know, there is a provision to form the delimitation commission after every census. And you also may remembering 84th Constitutional Amendment Act, which has seized this delimitation, that you cannot perform the sense, you cannot redesign the constituencies till 2026. So the next Lok Sabha election will take place when? I mean, after 26, the next Lok Sabha election will take place in the year 2029. In the year 2000, so there is a possibility that this reservation can be executed from the year 2020. By the way, there is no certainty. It can go even beyond 2029, as the people like means opposition leaders like Kapil Sibal and these legal luminaries, whatever they have told in the public space and also within the houses of the parliament, as they are saying, it is a very long and lengthy process to calculate the population and all those things. Therefore, it will not be easy even to execute this women reservation bill from the 2029. So this delimitation will be formed, and after that it again the census will be done, and which states population has been increased, accordingly those things will be done. So in this 334, the one thing is related to the delimitation commission, and the second thing, the duration, that is 15 years. The last thing is and that is quite interesting, I have discussed about the Delhi, that is Union Territory. There are 3 union territories in India which have their legislative assemblies. The one is Delhi itself, the second is Puducherry, and the third one is Jammu and Kashmir. Article 239 talks about the legislative assembly of the Puducherry. And this bill, women reservation bill, has not talked anything with reference or with respect to the union territory of Puducherry. So what will happen to that union territory? Will that union territory provide the 33% reservation to the women, as it has been asked with respect to Delhi, through adding a new clause within the article 239 AA? What will happen to the Puducherry? There is no any reference of Puducherry in this women reservation bill, and there is also no any reference of the Jammu and Kashmir given within the article 239 A. So these things will be interesting to know whether the government of the day is bringing a separate legislation to tell them, please invite the 33% women in your respective legislative assemblies or anything else is being done. I just want to make you understand that in this bill there is no any reference of the Union Territory of Puducherry and of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. This women registration will be a very historic development in India's democracy, as according to a parliamentarian unitary committee, not committee report. This report says that India stands in 144th position out of 193 countries in terms of the participation of the women in the parliament or in the law making bodies. This reservation would certainly change the position of India in this parliamentary report or any index related to this thing, because there are some of the states like Gujarat, only 8% women are inside Gujarat assembly. In Lok Sabha it is 15%, in Rajya Sabha it is even less, 14%. You won't believe Himachal Pradesh has only one woman out of 68, as Himachal Pradesh has 68 seats in its legislative assemblies. I mean, this is the discrimination. I will use the word discrimination.
जीती नहीं होंगी सब, दिया में पास.
Yeah, but it depends, because
ये भी एक फैक्ट है.
yeah, but the mindset is also the reason behind it. Why it is called we are still a patriarchal society. So sometimes you need to give a helping hand to bring somebody in the mainstream of the development. As they are the part of the, I mean, they are forming the 50% of population of this country, then why they should not be given the share which they really deserve? Anyway, it will be little essay sort of class. So my concern is this, that this historic development which has brought this Indian democracy in a whole different paradigm shift. Now the last thing, and that is not related to this, as it has been discussed whatever I wanted to discuss. These are the 4 articles which have been affected. 3 new articles have been inserted and 1 new clause. The one current affair that is quite interesting, and that is related to the lighthouse. Lighthouse. What is this lighthouse? I will not take more than 5 or 6 minutes. Lighthouse. Any idea? Lighthouse.
कोस्टल रीजन में
Yes.
जहाजों का रास्ता है.
Yes. Lighthouse actually in Goa. In Goa, the first lighthouse festival has been arranged. And what is this lighthouse? Lighthouse is basically a very tall building. And on the top of that tall building, the lights have been placed. And those lights are used by the vessels in order to settle down safely on the coastal or on the ports. I mean, in the middle of the night, what will happen if the complete darkness is there? By the way, you should also keep in mind that these have become completely obsolete nowadays. It is like nobody purchases the torch in the village areas. 5, 6 or 10 years back, even in my house there used to be at least 2 to 3 torches. But nowadays, the torch which is in your mobile, that is sometimes more powerful than the torch of this Ever Ready or Nippo. I don't think Nippo cell you can find anywhere in Delhi. By the way, Delhi 24/7 electricity supply is there. So this is the one factor why these torches have become obsolete. The second factor is this, that ever since this government came into power, they are claiming that India has completely been electrified. There is not even a single remotest village where the light is not there. By the way, there may be some differences on the ground reality, but at least on paper everything is shining.
Shining and
So even if you mistake, accept it half true, even then it will reduce or it will make the old days light system obsolete, and it has happened. What happens when the night match, the India Pakistan, this night match happens? I mean, what kind of light they use? My God, that light has the capability to find even if somebody's needle has been missed. What the intensity and the precision these lights which came because of this technological development. So because of this, the development of technology and all these things, if the day and night match can happen with full precision without any negligence, and sometimes the light which is in the night that is far better than the light which is during the day. So this is what the advancement of the technology. That advancement of the technology has made obsolete to these lighthouses. No one is asking these places. India has 189 lighthouses. Therefore, the government of the day is trying to convert these lighthouses as a picnic spots to attract the tourists from every corner of the country and let them celebrate on these coasts where these lighthouses are placed. However, this festival which has been celebrated in Goa, in this festival 78 lighthouses have been decided to design in such a manner so that people not only from India but from every nook and corner of this world could get hypnotized, get attracted. They come to enjoy, celebrate, have fun, dance and everything in the presence of these obsolete lighthouses. So this was from my side as far as the two issues of current affairs were concerned. We will be keep on discussing the important current affairs given in the most authentic magazines like Vision and the newspapers like The Statesman. There is no replacement of The Hindu. So this was as far as my today's lecture was concerned. We will be discussing some other topics in our coming classes. Namaskar.